As a collective, we've all learned how to show up, look proper, act right, right? Do the thing that people accept. We know how to do that. We've been practicing for years and years and years and years and years, okay? There's just this confidence. Even online, we got social media where we post a picture and we wait for the likes. We wait for the validation. We wait for people to hype us up. We're pretty good at that shit, okay? We're pretty good at putting something out there and hoping that people give us the accolades, right? We get a new job. We open a business. We have really mastered how to be excited for ourselves, have fun with what we're doing, all that stuff. Cute. So now, as life is a circle, is a cycle, right? So we go through different periods of life. Right now, as a collective, we are shifting into a new era. And that era is about community. That era is about authenticity. That era is about innovation, doing differently, not doing the same old thing. And that's for all of us. You're going to see a lot of Aquarius energy because North Node, hello, hi, I'm an intuitive astrologer. My name is Davielle. Thank you so much for being here. As an intuitive astrologer, I'm here to just speak on North Node and Aquarius. Tell you what comes to me naturally as we talk. I'm not going to be cookie cutter with it. Look, this is just what's coming to me naturally. What do you have to give? And how do you give it authentically? Right? We're going to feel an itch, a drive, a want, a need to just show up for people. And that can look differently for all of us. But I'm giving you this heads up now because we're naturally going to feel it. There's going to be just this urge, like, how can I just feel more fulfilled in what I'm doing? Because yes, I'm doing it and I got the claps and I have the new job and I have this, but maybe, for example, you like to knit and you want to teach a small group of people how to knit. You're going to be like, ooh, like, that's not something I should do because money and this, it's not about the money, truly. As North Node says, right? Naturally, the money comes. North Node Aquarius wants you to understand that. Naturally, it comes in. And so how do you show up for a small community, a big community, an online community, spiritual community, whatever the case may be, authentically yourself? That's what matters. The more you look for validation and wanting people to see who you are and how great you are, you're going to find that that doesn't work as well anymore. I don't make the rules, okay? With astrology, North Node is about life purpose. So on this planet right now, with the North Node being Aquarius, it's like, look, it is time for us all to unite in different ways. And it's time to look for ways to help us all unite. And I know that, like, you'll see things online all the time about people doing beautiful things for people, blah, blah, blah. Fine, I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying there is a pull. There's an energetic pull for us as a collective to just show up. And you're just gonna see it. You're gonna feel it. Like, I can't even really put it into words. It's just an energetic thing. Like, you're gonna, out of nowhere, if you're used to always wanting to show up perfect, you're like, fuck that, I don't care. I'm just gonna show up how I want to. And you're not matching, you know, or you're just doing things differently. And your people around you are like, whoa, what the heck? And doing that can simply help a collective because you're showing up authentically you. You are innovating the way that people do things because you don't want to match. You're tired of matching. Everyone always matchy. You're like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Yeah, that's what North Node in Aquarius is helping us to do. Plus, Pluto is also in Aquarius. Pluto is the planet of, shaky energy. It's ready to teach us some things through transformation, transforming this lifetime. Never mind now a life purpose type of energy, also helping the collective to push into something new. And so, yeah, you're going to see some of your faves that were picture perfect and never talked about anything that was bad in their life. Now they're going to tell you about their story because they understand that they need to help a collective. They need to share what they've been through. They need to share their struggle. People can show up in different ways. How do you stand in your truth so confidently that you just do the thing without looking for praise, without looking for the accolades? I be saying accolades. I don't like that. I gotta get it together. Accolades, okay? How do you just stand on your truth and in return you start to naturally guide people in the best direction because you're so yourself and you're not just looking for praise and I didn't get that many likes. Like, maybe there's something where you talk about how you would love a social media that doesn't do likes. I don't know, whatever the case may be. It's just being so authentically us. You may even find yourself leaning towards new people, new community. That's also the purpose in this collective right now. It's just new energy. Okay, you see this person, walk up to that group and talk to them and see what they have to offer. There's a lot of community energy within the North Node being in Aquarius. Aquarius is about people wanting to connect, wanting to see and learn and understand people from all walks of life, wanting to bring people together. That's why they innovate and do all this stuff. We all have Aquarius within us. We have all 12 zodiac signs in our chart. On my page, on my channel, I always say it, and I'm going to continuously say it. You can say, oh, Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon. We all have all 12 signs within us. All of the characteristics live within us. So that energy lives in you. Your birth chart will absolutely show you. So when it's North Node energy, it's saying, oh yeah, now is the time to rise up and show your unique side. And we're also gonna see the, not so great side, where people are gonna want to show up for a community, but their ego is really in the way. And so North Node is also going to highlight the areas where you're scared to show up for a community because you want to show up perfect, and it just doesn't end up working out, right? And it's a need to reset and recalibrate and understand, like, oh, I'm not doing this from my heart. I'm doing this because I think I have to. Because Davielle, my astrologer, told me this is what I have to do, so I'm just trying to make it work and do it. And it's just like, be careful of that too. You have to come from the heart. You have to be authentic. You're going to share that story and you want people to feel moved by it, but it just has to be your truth. If it's not your truth, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna move. Like, hey, look, I'll make the rules. You know what I'm saying? Especially this North Node energy. I have it written down right here, that's why I'm looking down. But July 26th to March 2028. I just have the dates and stuff. But yeah, July 26th to March 26th, 2028. Okay, so 2 years plus in this energy means it's gonna last for a little while, and it just started. Okay, July, that's right now. Well, I don't know when I'm gonna post this video, but July 26th and on, it's giving, oh yeah, slowly but surely we're going to see so many things change. Like, even, for example, public areas are now going to become a little more open to the public. People want that, these areas want people to sit and relax. You're going to see more community hub type things opening up because people care to connect. It's not just about looking the best. It's not just about going and buying this and doing that. It's about, like, how can I actually share? How can I help people to eat? How can I help people to be the best them? But like I said, if it's not your calling and you're just doing it just to do it or for a show, it could backfire. You get what I'm saying? That's not to scare you. It just means it's so important to stand in your truth and not to not do things because you're being told to do it. But you're gonna feel a pull naturally, and so pray on it. If you're someone that's like, I have not felt this pull, I don't know, pray on it, because you also might be judging the pull that you're getting. Whoo, I've done it. You know what I mean? God's telling me, go this way, huh? And I'm like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is the way. Did I think that I would be talking about astrology on YouTube? Absolutely not. I did not see this in the cards for myself, but I am, and I embrace it. And I think it was something I had to come to terms with, that I'm really passionate about this, so why not share it? And I'm not all picture perfect about it. And yes, I'm going to say intuitive astrologer, because that actually helps me to understand that I tap in. It's not just about the research that I've done for years, 6-7+ years I've been tapped into astrology, never mind the years before where I was just looking things up, right? But I really researched, and but I flow better when I'm conversational, when I talk about my story. And so yes, it's intuitive, and that might not make sense to people. And people are like, what do you mean intuitive? But that's okay. It's like, what is your truth? And also making sure that your truth isn't like toxic too, like if you're doing things out of ego and you're just like, I can't stand when people do this, so I'm gonna share it, because it's like, breathe. Make sure that you're coming from a calm place and coming from a heart space, because like I said, you're going to be like, well, I got advice to show up for people, and I did, and I tried to feed this person, but yeah, I recorded it, but and the person throws the thing in your face, because it's just like, no, you didn't do it from a heart space, and granted, like, life happens. I don't know why it would backfire or whatever the case may be, but that's just an example. Aquarius energy can kind of be know-it-all too, so you may feel like, yeah, this is what the community needs, but are you actually talking to people and communicating? Sometimes we'll think we know what people need, but in reality, Did you have that conversation? You know, like for those that may know, I went through a journey where I didn't have a stable place to live, and I thought I knew what homeless people and things like that went through. It's not until I was in the situation that I was like, oh my gosh, a little $20, it's actually really tough to do something with that. You actually need more support than I would have ever known. And yes, be grateful, but it's like, oh, now I understand. And so if I were to ever help someone, I have firsthand experience. I'm like, whoa, they actually need more than that. And so I'm not just doing something out of just like, oh, this should be more than enough, and just judging it. It's like, oh, I'm connected to this, right? Your life, for example, you've gone through things in life for a reason. So what do you feel really connected to that you've experienced that you want to share with the community? You might be surprised that other people really relate to you, right? And it's just come from a heart space, come from a place that is so authentic, and don't just look for the recognition, right? Just look for the truth in what you're doing. That's so important. And so, like I said, this is lasting for good, like, less than 2 years, you know? So just keep in mind that this is the beginning of the energy. And I don't know when you're going to watch this video, obviously, but just be sensitive to yourself and understand that you are someone that has something to give. Like I said, we all have Aquarius energy in us, and we may not believe that, but dig in and pray about it. Pray that you can get the clarity to understand what does your community want to hear from you. Maybe it's just 5 people in your neighborhood, right? It's 5 people in this organization. It doesn't have to be this big thing, you know, but it's just volunteering at this place, and you just start to connect with the people that now you're a regular volunteer and you're not just doing it once. Like, it can be at your level. It doesn't have to be what other people are doing and how other people are doing it. Like I said, the minute you start to copy or think you have to do it a certain way, North Node's gonna bite that ass. You know what I mean? Life purpose means that it's a challenge to get there, right? And life purpose also means, with North Node being there, South Node is also there. So Aquarius, Leo, I don't want to get too technical right now, but Leo is the opposite energy. Leo like the attention, this shine, they shine easily. Something like this with Aquarius, you may not always shine in the beginning because people may not understand you. May not understand what you're doing. They may not understand what it is, but they may need it, and they don't even know that they need it, right? There are people just eating on the internet, and people are like, oh, I love you. And it's just something that they need because they connect with that person. It's something about the way that person does it. But now when you eat on the internet, you're like, what the heck? But let's say if we talked about people eating on the internet and making money years ago, people would laugh, right? How are we supposed to understand it if it didn't happen yet? You know what I mean? It's hard to wrap your head around. Some people, you know, have the eye for it. They're gonna be like, I knew this was gonna take off, period, right? But it's just understanding that you have to dive into something that may feel uncomfortable. And so give yourself permission to process it and not doubt it too much. It's just like, I'm gonna give this a try. But it's not about money. It's not about livelihood, because that will get you in your head, right? And so process as a hobby, whatever the case may be. How are you connecting with your community? How are you making time to actually make friends and talk to people? You're going to find yourself talking to people from all walks of life, right? That's another thing I'm getting into right now. Don't judge the type of people that you're talking to. You may talk to an 80-year-old person and you're like, why am I doing this? This is beneficial for you. This is powerful for you. And you may not know why yet, but just be open. Be open to connecting to people you would have never thought to connect to ever in your life, or would have never even think that they would give you a time of day. Be open. You don't know what doors want to open for you if you don't give it a chance, if you don't open your heart up to it and not look for immediate satisfaction. Your ego might be like, whoa, red flag, red flag. Take a second to check in with yourself and be like, hold up, there's something here. Don't judge people so harshly yet. You know, like, there's so many beautiful things that can come from the next couple of months, with all of us as a collective itching to want to connect, itching to want to do beautiful things. I don't know if you knew, but like the soccer situation happened where Scotland came to Boston and did all this beautiful stuff and went to Miami after, and they were just like really loved by America and a bunch of other people from different countries too. There were like beautiful things that happened because the World Cup was going on in America. And I just saw so many comments on YouTube, just people saying like, wow, we needed this. Oh my goodness. And what is it? It's just people having fun and connecting. And it wasn't this like big thing that happened, like deep talk or healing. It was just people enjoying however they wanted to enjoy. And the joy just brought everyone together and felt happy together. You know, it's just, don't underestimate what life has in store for all of us and how you can contribute. And so just be open to conversations. Start there. Start with your hobbies too, what you like, what you're interested in. You're interested in this thing, just go. Just like take a chance. You know, that's what this time is calling for you to do. And as time progresses, you're going to have opportunities. The more you're saying no or you're judging yourself, you're going to find that you may feel a little less, just may feel unfulfilled. You know, that it's just going to poke at your need to break outside of your shell. Yeah, but I already have a great group of friends. I'm good with what I have. You may be challenged to pivot a little bit. It doesn't mean you don't have a good group. It just means there's something else on your heart that you may not be exploring. All right. And so it's asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. Right. This is the group that already validates you and make you feel good. Go to that old people class, you know what I mean? Go to that young people class, go work with kids, whatever the case may be. Just open yourself up to your truth. That's all it is. But no one online, even I, can't tell you exactly what it is. It has to just come from your truth. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But North Node is a beautiful energy. We're going to see just so many beautiful things, especially big corporations. They're going to start thinking about people. They're going to want to get reviews from regular people, like ordinary people, like, what do you want to see in this building, or what do you want to see on our menu? They're going to want to hear from what we need as a community. And it's just going to slowly start to happen if it's not already happening. I mean, I'm already seeing it, right? But there's just going to be an influx because there's so many other planets that are supporting this energy. So of course, look back at my other videos and my shorts. I go into a lot of detail on what the planets are doing in real time. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. And if you're not subscribed, what's going on? Why are you not subscribed? You know, and if not, that's okay. I appreciate you making it this far in the video. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world. Okay. But yeah. It's a good energy. Like, I feel such good vibes from this, but it may make people feel a little uncomfortable because there's a lot of us that just have our regular lives. Like, we go to work, we come home, and we chill, and we have our good knit of group of people, and we go to our book club, and we this, and we that, and Aquarius energy is just like, pop out. Pop out. Do something different. Challenge yourself. Let's go. You're an innovator. You know you have it in you. Challenge yourself. Okay? If you want to go rock climbing, do it. Like, the thing that people tell you, oh, that's stupid, do it. None of your friends want to do it. Do it. You know? Just make sure it aligns with you and it's your truth. And it's not coming from ego and like, I just need people to see that I can do it. You know, like, yeah, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. But it's a beautiful energy. Okay, so I am wishing you so much luck in this time, and stay tuned because I'm going to keep updating you per usual. Okay?